and good evening. I have made a commitment to myself and hopefully to people that end up watching this that I will spend the next 365 days showing you what I eat. I might prepare something, or I might just be serving myself something up that's come out of the freezer. But as a nutrition consultant, my first port of call, of course, is to change the way you eat. And what better way to show that than to have me show you what I eat every day. And I'm going to go through maybe a little bit about the nutrition information that's as I go along with each item that's in the food. Or I'm just going to ramble on, to be honest, for the next few minutes. It's not going to be very long, but it's going to be every single day for 365 days of the next year, just to show you how it works, okay? And that it doesn't have to be complicated. I'm also going to just maybe every now and again tell you how much the whole meal costs, so that as we go into this cost of living crisis, you can make a decision as to whether you want to make it or not. Okay, so tonight I'm making spring onion fritters, and I'm making them just for me. It's only me tonight, my son is going out, and so I've got the ingredients in front of me, and obviously that takes a little bit of time if you're not set up. You might have, I pretty much have these things in the fridge all the time, so that I can, this is a go-to meal. It's a quickie, so that's good. So I'm going to use, nothing's going to be all perfectly done when I do these videos, and it's just going to be what I'm going to eat that day, okay? And these spring onions, I've just dropped one on the floor. It'll be fine, it's going to get cooked. These spring onions have seen better days, and actually these are easier to prepare when they're not quite so fresh. But they're going to get cooked, so why do we need to use anything that's, purely beautiful in aesthetic? When I do photographs of my food, it's all polished and stuff like that, but that's not the aim of these videos. These live videos are all about just knocking up some food, and that it's going to provide you with excellent nutrition. That's all I'm after, and you can see that it's not that tricky. So with spring onions, they've got loads of flavour, and they're easy to prepare. You're just chopping off the ends, and then just taking off that outer layer. And as I say, if they're rubbish, if they're like a bit old, the outer layer comes off so much easier. So that's that. So we've got that coming off there. And there's no meat involved in this one, so this is vegetarian. I'm afraid on the website I do actually have alternatives. If you're dairy or egg intolerant, then there are other versions you can do. So that's all good. But the nutrition in eggs is so good that this meal includes 2 fantastic organic local free range eggs. So I've done that with they've been prepared. I'm just going to chop those up. So these are spring onion fritters. Chopping up all the onions. The top part will generally have a load of dirt in it, so I tend not to eat that bit. 49p for a bunch of these. Now this actual meal does turn out to be fairly expensive, and if you know anything about me at all, I advocate fasting. And with fasting, and the amount of years I've been fasting, and basically my customers, basically my aim for my customer base is that all women over age 45 get rid of and overcome lifelong diet struggles like I had. And if you're fasting on a daily basis, then you're eating less meals. And I'm at the stage, and a lot of my clients end up at the stage very fast, of only eating 1 meal a day. And that's why this video is called Natasha's OMAD. Not that I've, spelled mad wrong or anything like that. OMAD, 1 meal a day. So I have maybe a 2 or 3 hour window. So although I'll eat this, I might have a snack later on as well. But that's the aim, to eat less, but you can eat good quality in that time. I'm not hungry for the rest of the day, so I eat something that's nutrient dense that keeps me going for that long. Anyway, so I've just chopped up all those. Watching my fingers because I don't want to chop them off live. That would be really not very good. Anyway, so I've got all those chopped up, and that's all the prep I'm needing to do before I make the base for the fritters. So everything, when I give you the price of everything, is based pretty much on what you can get in Tesco's. So Tesco's are being pretty good because they can price match Aldi. I can't get to an Aldi now, it's too blooming far. I don't need to weigh this out, it is 100 grams, but I'm just going to take half of this 200 gram tub of cream cheese. So cream cheese needs to be full fat, so we get the benefit of the vitamins and minerals in the dairy. Never buy low fat. Low fat is a nonsense. You won't get all the nutritional benefit out of it. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. Give an egg a sniff because if it smells strong, it's off. If you can, buy organic free-range eggs because then you'll get a load of sunshine in your eggs and you'll get all the benefit of the vitamins that go with it. So I'm just going to, again, it doesn't have to be precise, give it a little beat. Second egg. I don't know whether you can hear, but it's absolutely chucking it down. We need some rain, so that's good. So that's the second egg. Done and dusted. Actually, leave that in there. Just going to quickly wash my hands so that they're not got raw egg on them. Then I'm going to add a thing called psyllium husk powder. And this is fairly expensive, but you're only going to use a very small amount. So let me see what I've worked out on the price front. So the amount of stuff I'm going to use, the amount of psyllium I'm going to use tonight is 13p's worth. So it's not expensive when you look at it like that. But the outlay is, it's £9 a bag. But it's such a great addition. It's also really good because it's really high in fibre, so it's adding fibre to your diet as well, which is fantastic. But what it does is it swells up and makes it a solid mixture, so you don't need flour, and that's what we're trying to avoid, any sort of anything that's going to raise your blood sugar too much. Right, so I'm just going to, that needs to go in pretty fast. Whip it up because that starts to swell up as soon as you put it in there. I'm going to put a little bit of baking powder in, just a tiny wee bit, like about 1/4 teaspoon, just so that they puff up a bit. I'm not going to take you through the whole cooking process, I'm just going to show you how quick the prep is. Prep there. Right, so now I'm going to put in the spring onions. Did I miss the? Yeah. Well done. Spring onions, and top tip for coriander, keep it in the freezer. Doesn't go off, don't waste it. And then you get the bag, been frozen obviously, get the bag, open it and crush. No chopping required. Crush. Make sure it doesn't have an elastic band on it because you don't want to be cooking that, putting that into your cooking. So in that goes, and it doesn't matter that it's frozen because it's going to warm up very fast, and it's obviously all going to get cooked as well. Now I'm going to stir that in, and the psyllium husk takes a little while to work, so say 10 minutes. A little bit of salt, if I open that, sea salt, bit of black pepper. Salt is really good for your electrolytes, so don't skimp on salt unless you've got high blood pressure. So give that a good old stir, and while that's, you know, solidifying, I'm just going to knock up a quick tomato salad. Well, it's like a salsa, I suppose, or just garlic and tomato. Right, so I'm just going to chop the tomatoes to small amounts. Now, this will make 6 fritters, and because I am really hungry by the evening, well, I say I'm really hungry, I can eat a decent amount. I'll eat all 6. So I haven't eaten all day, and I've been really focused on my client calls and you know, deep in work today, so I haven't thought about food at all, apart from knowing that I was going to eat and also do this video for you. So do I need more than that? Probably only need 1. It's quite a lot there, isn't it? So I'm going to put that into a little bowl. Yeah, there's plenty in there. Oh, loads. And put a bit of garlic in there. And I'm also going to serve it with a handful of baby spinach and some of my homemade mayonnaise, because everything about fat going into raw vegetables, so especially with something like spinach, baby spinach, it unlocks all the nutrients. You need the fat. The fat is the key to unlocking all your other nutrients. Then I've got a frying pan here that I will be frying the fritters in, and there's 100 ml of extra virgin olive oil in there. Alright, so that is pretty much it. If you have any comments, please leave them below. And know that food is key to how you feel. If you nourish yourself, you will always feel better. That's it. Give that a bit of a stir. And apart from frying the fritters, I'm done and dusted. And they'll take, well, once the oil is heated, the fritters will take maybe 5 minutes to fry. 5 to 7 minutes, I would say. And then you can freeze them as well, which is good. Anyway, so this is the first of many videos, because as I said at the beginning, I'm going to be doing 365 of these, and you will see exactly what I eat or don't eat on a daily basis. Take care of yourselves, nourish yourselves, and feel as good as you possibly can. Thanks ever so much. Take care.